Okay everybody, welcome back. So today I was thinking I would sample a horror soundtrack or just a song from a horror soundtrack and try and turn it into a drill beat. If you've ever seen that Southside reaction to a fire beat video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's really the inspiration pretty much for this video because I couldn't figure out how to do it myself without extensive contact libraries and don't have any of those. So I thought next best thing is going to be sampling. So found some horror samples. I set it on this one. Bit of a fan of this one. Think I can do something with it. But without any further ado, let's get into the Cookup. So I'm going to start by finding the tempo. I'll go back to the original piece and tap along to that with the tap tool in FL. And then I'll line it up with the grid and get started on trying to establish a little groove with these drums. Okay, so I've chopped it up. I think I've got it in a nice loop. You can see here I've like extended this last bit because it was a bit weird. Tried to fix that up. And then I've got this layered here. I'll level that out a bit better. And then I've got the stems or whatever over here. I've chucked a bit of reverb as well. Got it at 87 BPM. But I guess I'm just going to level this out a little bit better and export it. But I'll just play through this with the metronome for you. And you can hear it sort of builds up, and then I want the drums to come in there. Okay, so just took the volume down of that, made it unique, whatever. Took the volume down. Now I'm going to Alt R, make sure I'm the master, and then it's rendered out for us. So that should be fine. I'll guess I'll delete those in a second. But here, make sure it's stretch, and now I'll try and find like a little drum drill rhythm. See if I can work something into this. So I'm gonna look in my drum kits. Might go cymatics, do like their drill sort of sounds. Use that, then a snare. That one's nice. Then a kick, I guess. So again, UK drill hi-hat pattern, and then the snare there, actually go like that, and then just copy that a couple times, and then the snare pattern, and I'll see what that's sounding like. Of course, gotta up that BPM, forgot about that one. So that's on stretch. I'll actually go tools, macros, switch your audio clips to real-time stretching so those don't go out of whack. And I'll move it up to maybe 150. I'm actually surprisingly happy with how that's sounding. So I guess the next thing is just going to be working a bit more on the sample. This is just to establish a nice little groove. But now I'll just add some effects, get into some mixing and all that good stuff. Okay, so I haven't done too much to this, just a bit of RC20, bit of shaper box, just got an LFO sort of shape there with the mix down. Bit of supermassive, mix down again. Bit of EQ, and then of course soft clipper. And then actually I also pitched it down, no, up 300 cents. So here's what it's sounding like with the hi-hat and snare. Pretty happy with that. I think now I'll get started on getting a nice drum rhythm down before I come back to working on this sample. Because there is still a bit of work to be done, however, I'm pretty happy with the state that it is in currently. Now for the drums, what am I thinking? Maybe some claps. That's alright. Nice crash and some perks. I'll go to my kits, see what I've got. Of course, the 808, the classic, very nice. And then I think that should be fine for my drums, my sound selection. If you want any of those last two sounds, they are free in my drum kit, link in description. But now I think I'll get to creating a nice little drum pattern. Okay, very happy with the vibe I've created here. Used almost all of the sounds I chose initially. Haven't used one of the perks. There's a bit didn't sort of fit in the frequency ranges I was looking for, but I'm ready to put down an 808. Just got to figure out those root notes, but I'll play through this by itself for you, this drum pattern. Pretty happy with that, especially a fan of these little two claps over here. Learned that from remaking a Murder Beats track once. Anyway, let's try and find the root notes for these sounds. Okay, so I figured out the root notes. It is D sharp, E, G sharp, A. Weird sort of root notes. That is because it is scoring a horror movie, which likes to use the dissonance created by one note intervals. It's not called unison. It's got a weird name. I'll put it on screen, but it's a pretty cool technique used in horror soundtracks. Metro Boomin uses it, that sort of dissonance in 21 Savage tracks. It's nice with ARPs and stuff, but it just creates a weird, uneasy feeling. Anyway, enough theory. Let's jump into cutting up this 808. So I'll just play the drums by themselves. And I'll play it with the track now. Pretty happy with that. Let's get into cutting this up. I won't try anything too crazy, I don't think. Just cut like that, that. And you can see already where the slides are going to be. Grab that, like that. Turn that into a slide note. Copy that back over there. Down one, up two. Deselect that one, down. I might cut that bit off and then like that, I guess. Then I might bring that up. Copy that and slide it down, I think. Okay, then this can just do the same cut as the first one. Except with this one, bring that volume to nothing, make this a slide. And it might be a bit weird. Try it though. Cut it like that. Is it 2 up maybe? I don't know. We'll see how that's sounding. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Alright. So, without hearing it, let's go. That's a bit weird. Don't know what's... hang on. Oh yeah. Okay. If I... hang on. Yeah, it's a bit better. Definitely a bit of work to be done. I'll do that in a time lapse now. But I'm pretty happy with that initial idea. Okay, so what I've done, not too much, moved that up, shortened that, got rid of something there, moved that, and I changed the note panning on these four, of course, so it sort of bounced around your ears. Next thing I'm going to do, copy, this is a bit of a source right here, copy, paste into the drum pattern, kick pattern, Shift D, Alt K, and then get rid of the unimportant ones, so we don't need kicks there, might want a kick there, won't need one there, might want one there, won't need them there, won't need that there, that should be fine maybe, we'll see, but that's just lining your kicks up with your 808. Okay, pretty happy with that. Now you can see they're already linked to mixer channels, mixer tracks, inserts, whatever you want to call them, so they're ready to be mixed. And I'll get on to actually mixing them now. So, I'll start with this kick, sidechain that to the 808. Little free limiter here, compression, sidechain that one, knee to the right, and threshold is personal preference. Pretty happy with that. I might also sidechain the kick to the sample. It won't be too much, I don't think, but it might just be enough. See, not too much there, you can barely see it's making a difference, but it is making enough of a difference for me to want to add it. Now I'll just level out and pan these around and see what I can get done with mixing these drums. Okay, very happy with this mix actually. I feel like what I want to be heard is being heard and it's sounding crisp. So just got this hi-hat auto panning around very, very lightly, depth 22, and a 1 bar sync on a sine wave. And then I got a bit of a compression on the snare, gains a bit down. Then this kick, nice soft clipper on that, mix it about 50%, and then another soft clipper. This clap, down a lot, pan slightly to the left, this crash down a bit, this perk to the right, pan slightly to the right and volume down a bit, this other perk pan to the left, the 808 just got sidechain, of course, went over that earlier, and then this squelch shaker thing, volume down, panned to the right. So I'll just play those drums by themselves. So very happy with that sort of vibe. There's not too much more to do, I don't think. What I can just do with this melody, hang on, I'll just make it snap to bar. So I can cut it up like that, and I think I should just be able to repeat it. So I'll bring it like that. And I should get a smooth, yeah, that seems smooth enough. And then I can copy those and repeat those however long I want. What I'm going to do, I don't think I've got any need for that or that. I might bring these stems out to the end, and I'll split this pattern by channel. Grab all of those channels, bring them down, get rid of that original pattern, lengthen those out, bring this up actually, it's a bit low on the playlist, and then copy those out and structure it out. What I'm thinking, of course, 808 won't come in straight away. The main sort of thing that I want to get out of this is a nice build up, like the South Side reacting to a 5-beat thing, where it's a nice build up of just the instrumental and then it comes into a really hard drum section. So that's the sort of vibe I'm wanting to achieve. Might use some rises, transitions, see what I can get done, but I'll get into it now. Okay, so pretty much done. I'll get rid of these stems. And I'll add a little bit at the end just for exporting purposes. But that's about it. What I've done. Okay. So I started by trying to arrange this out. Wasn't too hard, just lined it up and then tried to fit the drums to it. So like I said earlier, I wanted pretty much just the main instrument building up, or main melody building up, and then coming in with the drums. No like hi-hats or anything building into the drums, just the drums straight up, straight away. So I pretty much accomplished that. I've got the melody building up, and then just comes into the 808 kick, snare, crash, and this squelch perk. Then the hats come in, then they dip for a little bit, come back in, and then all of the drums there, and then a 1 bar pause, then there. But the 808 pretty much remains consistent throughout the whole track. You can see there. So 808 pretty much everywhere. You may notice down here we've got the 808 again. This is the 808 with this RC20 preset, I guess. Big distortion, crunch distortion, focus mainly in the mids, not even the sub, and then a band pass there with completely mono, and the gain boosted there. Got a soft clipper to bring that back down, and then an EQ to get rid of like a weird clicking sound that was going on. But that's like sort of a breakdown area where the intro sounds come back in. You can also see this automation here. This is like an LFO. I made that LFO that was in the start a bit more intense and automated it off for most of the track, but it's there at the start. This automation over here in this first one there, that is just to make sure that this section doesn't get way too loud compared to this section. I'm not too stressed about that happening in every other pattern, but just this one was a bit iffy. And then I guess finally I'll go over these transitions, crashes and stuff. So this is like a bomb crash, then a rise, and transition, and then my signature rise into the 808. Pretty basic stuff, just got that to transition from different sections. But that being said, I think that's pretty much it. You can have a look at some of the mixing chains, not too much to talk about. Melody's got a bit of stuff going on. C20, gone over that I think at some stage. So that is about it, I guess. Thank you for watching. This was good fun to make. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Actually, surprisingly so. About halfway through I wasn't too sure how this sample would end up working, but I think I've got a very nice sound out of it. Made a nice track with it. Overall very happy. These videos are doing pretty well, these longer ones, so I'll keep that up. Once again, make sure to let me know if you got any suggestions about these videos. Comments always help the algorithm, but that'll wrap it up for today's video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.